I'm dead again. Ah. Hello Internet, welcome to Games Done Wrongish. Hey guys, today we'll be taking a look at the PlayStation Plus offerings for September 2018. Just before I start, I would like to state that this will be the last time I do a video in this format. I've been doing these for a year now, and to be fair, they're not really doing that well for the channel. They take a lot of work, especially when I have to do 6 games like this month, and they do not tend to bring in that many views. So after this month I will be letting these go, but I will be replacing it with more content suitable for the channel, I feel. Anyway, without further ado, right now we're going to take a look at Another World 20th Anniversary Edition, Foul Play, Sparkle 2, Q.U.B.E Director's Cut, Destiny 2 and God of War 3 Remastered. Let's get to it. Another World was originally created in 1991. This game spawned 2 more games after this, the first one being named Flashback, and then a sequel to that later on which was called Fade to Black. Each of these games follow a similar kind of method and have paved the way for other games such as Limbo. It is that style of game. If you know Limbo, you'll be kind of familiar with this from the start. Basically, you need to figure your way through each level or scene. There will be many dangers in your way, such as worms that can just jump up, stab you in the knee and poison you, I assume, because you die straight away. You get chased by like a black panther, which you need to run away from, swing on a rope, swing back, and then run again and hope he doesn't catch you. And you will die over and over in each of these, well I did anyway, until you figure them out. As you continue, you pick up a gun, which you can also create a shield from to shield you from other fire, and so on. Each puzzle gets more and more complex. Now the game may take you quite a while to finish the first time, but once you know what to do, you can complete it from start to finish within one sitting in a couple of hours, maybe even less. I remember this because I used to do this on the Super Nintendo way back in the day. The game has 13 trophies to collect, comprising from 9 bronze, 3 silver and 1 gold. As stated, the game isn't very long, so the estimated time to complete them all is only 1 to 2 hours. However, I do feel on your first playthrough, if you've never played the game before, it will take you a little bit longer. Overall, as I've stated, this has paved the way for many games like Limbo, and if you've never played it before, then pick it up whilst it's free with your PlayStation Plus subscription. It's worth a try. I enjoyed it when I was younger. It's a bit tricky now, I don't remember any of it, and it's pretty hard. So I did get stuck a little bit, which is fun. I may get back to it, I may finish it again, because I do remember it was quite a treat. So if it seems like your kind of thing, pick it up. Foul Play is a side-scrolling beat-em-up that is set within a theatre. Therefore, your main aim is to please the crowd whilst you're playing through this game. As with most beat-em-ups, if you think of Final Fight or Double Dragon, something like that, you're just basically going along from left to right, defeating all the enemies as they come along. It is a comedy kind of thing as well, so there are a few gags in there, a few jokes, a few one-liners, things like that, but your main aim is still the same. Pull off combos, please the crowd, do special moves. As you get further along, as you complete scenes, you unlock special abilities. These special abilities seem to be things like getting a better grapple and throw, or maybe you can get better dodges and parries later on. Basically, it's just a bit of fun. It's great to throw on between games, just to have a little bit of fun. If you're waiting for a friend to come online to play Destiny 2 with, or something like that, then throw this on. Spend a few minutes, when they pop on you can turn it off and go play your game. The game has 31 trophies to collect overall. They comprise of 16 bronze, 9 silver, 5 gold and 1 platinum. Getting a platinum from this is not a bad thing either. Overall, I think it's decent enough. Like I say, just throw it on, play for 10-15 minutes here and there, and get through it, get your platinum trophy. I don't have an estimated time to be able to get all of the trophies, as there has not been enough people playing it yet to get a decent estimate. But if you do complete them all, please let us know how long it took you. Sparkle 2 reminds me of many Facebook or mobile games. In fact, actually, to be honest, I think it's just a complete direct rip-off of the game Zuma. With that said, it can still be a bit of fun. If you have children that like to play games on iPads or iPhones, things like that, you'll generally find these types of games on there. And being able to play it on your PlayStation 4 means that they're not going to get pop-ups for in-game transactions to pay more money. They're not going to have to wait till the next day till they get more lives, things like that. You should be able to just play through the game as it is. So for that reason, it may be worth a download. It's nothing special. It is basically, your Facebook game on a console. The game has trophies, so it may be worth playing for that. The game has 14 trophies to be precise, 11 bronze, 2 silver and 1 gold. Overall, it's not for me, maybe for the kids like I say, but if it looks like your kind of thing, if you like playing the Facebook games, if you like playing mobile games, and you fancy playing one on your PlayStation, without having to wait days for lives and things like that, then why not give it a go? Q.U.B.E Director's Cut, or Q.U.B.E Director's Cut, is a basic puzzle solving game. It reminds me a little bit of the Turing test and games like Portal, things like that, in which you maneuver through room after room of puzzles. And basically in this one, rather than having a portal gun or having a magnetic gun like in Turing test where you move things around, you simply use your gloves to manipulate blocks in the room that would lift them up and down or sideways, and sometimes you need to just move them so that you can jump on them. Other times you may need to maneuver them around so that they move a ball into a certain area that you need to go to break through a window or into a position for a switch, things like that. It's your basic puzzle game. The game has 19 trophies to collect overall, comprising of 17 bronze and 2 silver. Overall, again, it's not something I would want to play that much. I did play it a little bit, I got stuck and I didn't feel the need to just continue playing. It's okay though, I mean the graphics seem fine, and if you like puzzle games, it's maybe worth a download. But to be honest, that's the end of the small games here this week. It's been a long week, we've got 6 games to go, but that's the end of the small ones. Now let's move on to the big 2. So here we are down to the big 2 games, Destiny 2 and God of War 3. First up is Destiny 2. Destiny 2, I have a love-hate relationship with this game. The gameplay is great. Its shooting mechanics are second to none. I love how you aim at the air, press fire and just hear a satisfying pop and see their head spray all over the place with white goo coming out from the hole where their head once was. That is fantastic. The movement is great. Each of the guardians that you can choose have their own special jump and abilities. So you'll press double jump, and with the Titan that I'm playing in this one, you basically can jump in a certain direction. If you press it quickly straight away, you'll jump directly up, really high. And if you press it once and then as you're moving forward, press it again, you'll boost in that direction. Your main aim in the game is to increase your light level, which in turn allows you to wear and equip higher level gear. The gear treadmill basically works in that way. Your light level, which starts at say 100, can be increased with the items that you pick up. So let's say you pick up an item of 120 light level. Eventually, if you fill all of your weapon slots with that 120, then your next upgrade is going to be like 130 or 140, and that's how this game plays out. You keep chasing the gear, and it can be the same gear, it can be named exactly the same. The weapons can have the same name, and the gear can have the same name, can look the same. It'll just be a higher light level, so you're just increasing your light each time, which makes you more powerful. Light also increases the amount of damage you do, so when you shoot an enemy, you see some numbers tick off that enemy. That will increase with your light level. However, Destiny 2 is now coming up to its 3rd expansion, Forsaken, and this is pretty much, in my mind, why they've given away right now. The base game isn't worth much anymore. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's got a decent story, it's worth a playthrough, you're going to get a few trophies out of it, you're going to have a lot of fun in that time. Take your time, enjoy the story, visit the planets, enjoy your character, and don't rush to get to the end game, because if you do, then you're going to find yourself in a bit of a lonely state. Most players will have bought the expansions and their light levels will be way above yours. They'll be doing content that you're not able to do. They'll be visiting areas that you're not able to go to because you don't have said expansion. So you're going to find yourself that you have to give money if you want to continue playing the game. Now if you're enjoying the game and you think that's reasonable, then fair play. But to me this is the problem with Destiny. It was the same with Destiny 1 and it's the same with Destiny 2. you kind of have to be in from the start. You have to play with your friends from the get-go, and you have to keep up. You have to buy the expansions as they come out, and you have to complete the content as soon as it comes out. Otherwise your friends get weary, they start to drift off, and if you leave it a while, if you wait for it to go on sale, if you wait for it like now, and then you try to catch up, everybody's way ahead of you. They don't want to go and do the old content, they don't want to help you grind to get your light level to where you need to be before you get to the expansions, and it's a very difficult game to get into later on. That said, with this on the PlayStation, with it being given away as a PlayStation Plus title, you're in a kind of good situation here. You might meet new players that have not played the game before and that are playing it for the first time with you because of your PlayStation Plus subscription. So why not try to meet up, get a few friends, and then continue the journey with them. And then if you like it, then it'll be worth buying the expansion, and it'll be worth playing with the people that you've met. And eventually you'll catch up with everybody else and you'll be able to join in with them if they've not left by then. The problem with Destiny 2 has been that the content runs dry fairly quickly once you reach the max light level, and people have been leaving it, playing for a few weeks and then just not playing anymore, and maybe logging back in again when a new expansion comes out, playing for a little bit then, and again dropping off. It's one of those games where you'll end up doing the same, I would imagine. It depends though, if you've got a good bunch of friends then you may stick around. But anyway, for the base game that you're getting today, there are 14 trophies to unlock. These comprise from 2 bronze, 11 gold and 1 platinum. Overall for me, as I say, I have a love-hate situation with this. I have bought the game and all the expansions, not on here but on the PC, not on PlayStation. It was on the PC. I have bought the first 2 expansions, so I haven't bought the Forsaken one yet. I didn't keep up with it, and I'm probably not going to buy the Forsaken now, so for me, getting into it now isn't really worthwhile. But for you, like I say, give it a go. There are trophies to be collected, there are things to do in the game, and you might meet a bunch of people and have a lot of fun. God of War 3 Remastered is firstly, obviously, the third in the series, and second, remastered from the PlayStation 3 to be playable on the PlayStation 4. The game follows suit with all the other God of War games, which are fantastic games in their own right. Basically, they are button mashing action games in which you fight your way through swarms of enemies until you come up to a big god-like boss. Often huge monsters, but also you get to fight some actual gods. Mythological gods, that is, of course. The game controls very basic, as you would expect in most action beat-em-up games, so it's cross to jump, square to do a light attack, triangle to do a heavy attack, and circle to grapple. You also have block on the L2 button and a magic attack on the R2 button. As you traverse through, there will be puzzles that you need to do, which could be moving around blocks or figuring out which ways you need to jump and climb and shimmy around the levels to get to the next part. Once you get into a new area, there will generally be a bunch of ads, and then eventually you'll get some kind of boss. In this video you'll see me fighting against a weird horse-shaped head thing with manticle spikes as legs. But early on in the game you do fight the god Poseidon, which is also quite a hefty battle. Each battle will require you to work out how the enemy is going to be attacking you and dodge those attacks whilst getting as many attacks as you can in the meantime. Generally you can stand and block quite a few of the attacks in the early easier battles, but when the enemy will do something to prompt that it's going to do a big attack, like with the horsehead type mob, it will basically rear up really high in the sky telling you need to get out of there right now, and then it'll either come crashing down or blowing lots of water over you. It is a minion of Poseidon, so it is water attacks in this one, but you need to basically get out of the way, figure out a way to windle it down, and then you will generally finish it off in awesome fashion by grabbing one of its own legs and ramming it into its chest really hard to burst its heart, something like that. It is gruesome, it is a lot of fun, and why not get your hands on it now whilst you can get it for free with your PlayStation Plus subscription, because I have and I'm happy and I'm going to play it all day. The game has 35 trophies to collect, comprising of 18 bronze, 11 silver, 5 gold and 1 platinum. Overall, I think the God of War games are great. Getting one free with my PlayStation Plus subscription, I could not be happier. So if you feel the same as me, if you like what you see, or you think you might, if you like a Devil May Cry game, something like that, it's very similar. Jump in if you've never played one before, be surprised if you've not, but they've been around quite a while. But here you go, it will also get you in the mood maybe for the new God of War. or Son and Dad. I haven't played that one, I hear it's good, but I think it's a little departure from this kind of thing, which is very linear. Anyway, this one is the old style God of War, which were great, still are. Give it a go, and I'll see you in another video. If you like this video, please consider watching another. 2 suggestions will be on screen now. Also, if you have not subscribed already, please do so by clicking the icon in the middle of this screen. Every view and subscription will go a long way to helping the channel grow, and in turn will result in more content for you. Thank you, and until the next time, goodbye.